Just go look for my channel. You know what my channel's called, right? Shadow X. You good? You good? Just take your time. Just let me know when you're ready, and then I'll go ahead and start. It should be something. It should be like the top one that says live. If not, I'll just share it with you, and I'll share it with you. I'll share it with you. You could probably look it up on your phone, and then you should be able to look it up to your. Let me turn it up. Just give me one sec. All right, so I sent it. Yeah, I sent it to your messenger, and then if you pop it up on your messenger or whatever, you go to your TV, then it should pop up on your TV as recent watched or something like that. Okay, that's all cool. Okay. All right, so you got it. All right, cool. So now the first thing I'm gonna go over. A lot of people don't go over this when they do ebooks, but it's probably the most important thing. Um, if you Yes, I'm gonna go over. First, I'm gonna tell you about the personnel for the two defenses or whatnot, and I'm gonna kind of explain it a little bit. Um, there are different types of 4-3s. You got the 4-3 under, 4-3 over plus, 4-3 normal, 4-3 over, 4-3 wide nine. There's different types of defensive play styles. Okay, you got your 4-3 cover three, 4-3 quarters, 4-3 Tampa 2, 4-3 under, and you have something like that. But if I'm going like 4-3 normal, 4-3 wide nine, I'm gonna basically expect my pressure to come from the front four. Okay, like a lot of your stuff, like you might get, some zone blitzes where you can send those linebackers through the A gaps or whatever. But for the most part, if you're running 4-3 normal, 4-3 wide nine, you're going to expect a lot of your pressure to come from the defensive ends, correct? The way the 4-3 over and the 4-3 under work is you're going to get a lot of inside pressure, and instead of it being defensive ends necessarily getting, the outside pressure, you're going to have a linebacker get the outside pressure, okay? So it's a lot different than a traditional, what you would think where the 4-3 is going to get the vast majority of its pressure from. So the way the 4-3 under is your pressure is going to come from this outside linebacker and this either the inside, somewhere in there. Okay. All right. Same thing with the 4-3 over. Your pressure is usually going to come from this linebacker or this defensive end over here. And all right, and I'm going to explain how you need to set these up. Okay. It's very important. And a lot of people don't go over this. In the 4-3 under, you see this linebacker, how he's on the line? So it almost resembles a 5-2 defense, or if you look at it again, it almost resembles a 3-4 defense. Okay. So it's very versatile as far as what you can do package wise. And with the 4-3, you can do like a linebacker pass rush. And notice I have 4 linebackers on the field. I have Nicholas Morrow, Will Compton, Tahir Whitehead, and Vontaze Burfict, and then I have my 3. So I can basically run a 3-4 defense out of a 4-3, if I want. Okay. But that set aside, mainly this guy, see how he's a little spaced off? Usually linebackers in a 4-3 defense, they're not exactly gonna have finesse moves and stuff. So like they're not gonna be able to engage with tackles. So it's very key that he's separated a little bit from the line, but he's technically on the line. You want someone here, whoever here, like even if you flip the play, like if I choose to flip the play, if I go in here and flip the play, I need to make sure that I'm doing a package that's going to support that. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to go for like a package linebacker flip, because I always want to make sure that that linebacker is going to be on that edge. So when I go into it and I flip the play, I should have Vontaze Burfict sitting right over here on the line. Okay. Yeah, that's a defensive end. But the main thing is I just want to show you wherever your linebacker is, it has the specific stats that you're going to need. He's going to need to be on the line. Okay. So I just thought I should show you that. So if you flip the play, you need to go. Yeah. Yeah. So, but like I said, in the 4-3 under, there's a specific type of linebacker. You notice how I'm using Vontaze Burfict right there. Okay. Vontaze, he's not super fast. But he has something like, you kind of want a jack of all trades. And I'll go into the depth chart and kind of show you what you're looking for. Because it's very, 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 very important. He doesn't have to be super fast, because he's not going to be, playing zones down the field. He's going to be playing short zones. He's going to be playing hook curls. He's going to basically be in that area, and he's also going to be good run support. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of show you what you're looking for. See, he's not very fast, but he's strong. Okay, he's got decent awareness. You want a solid tackler, and I think he has like 90 something hit power too. So yeah. 80 tackle, 92 hit power. He's got, probably one of my best, as a linebacker, one of my best power moves. Yeah. Hey, he's got 79 block shed, which is very important for that position. Good pursuit, good play recognition, decent man and zone coverage, but pretty top tier for a linebacker. And that's pretty much the basics of what you're going to need. Impact block help as well. And I'll explain that as well. Probably tomorrow I'll go more over impact block. But I just thought you should see that. Okay, so anytime you come out in that defense, yeah, that's the stuff that a lot of people aren't going to be telling y'all. Okay, so anytime I flip the play, if usually you'll know which way he wants to be. I'm going to give you a hint. All right, if they're on the right hash, flip the play to the left. And then if you flip it to the left, flip your linebackers, okay? Because you want him to be on the wide side of the field. Usually people are trying to run the ball, or if they're trying to kind of attack the field, they're designing their play arts to go to the wide side of the field, okay? So you need that linebacker to protect that, as far as outside runs and whatnot like that. But Yeah, so he kind of fits that bill of what you need right there. The next thing is your middle linebacker kind of needs to be able to, kind of be like a jack of all trades. Got to be able to block shed, got to be quick, got to be able to jump because, sometimes he's going to need, if he's blitzing, if he's got a good jump, sometimes he can warrant that jump animation where he tips the ball. Um, and then your opposite linebacker needs to be able to play zone, and your next best pass rusher needs to be on the opposite side of where that linebacker is. Okay? So let's say if I just go to flip the play, you know, so I use a basic 4-3 defense. I use a power rusher, which is going to be your stronger defensive end. He doesn't necessarily have to be super fast as long as he can just kind of hold a block just for your linebacker over here to kind of skate through, okay? Um, and then if you have like defensive tackles, I highly suggest agility, okay? As long as they're 70 plus agility, you're good for this style of defense, okay? If you're running a 4-3 normal or 4-3 wide 9, you don't as much need agility. You just need guys that can eat blocks, like a 3-4 defensive end or something, okay? But in a 4-3 over, 4-3 over and 4-3 under, these guys need to be quick, and having good agility helps, okay? I would suggest that as long as they have agility, that they need to be able to rush. And Maurice Hurst is good. I'm gonna show you here in a sec. I'm gonna show you everything here in a sec. The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you an adjustment that nobody has even put out yet. Okay, and it does the same thing that baseline does, but it's gonna give you some crazy stuff. So what you're gonna look for, the first thing I would strongly suggest, the first thing you're gonna look for is like a unique setup where like you might have like a unique zone somewhere. Okay, um, whether it be a defensive end dropping out in coverage, whether it's a safety playing, something crazy or whatever. Let me kind of find one. You see how the Mike will drop press, the cover three cloud, stuff like that. Um, Here, I'll just come out in the cover three cloud because there's different things that I'm going to show you here. Like there's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay. I'm going to try to just go random pass because we'll go over the run in a minute. Let me see. Random play type. Pass. I guess we'll go random pass. And hopefully it ain't a screen. Alright, so you know how a lot of people, they'll come out with their adjustments and they say, alright, blitz all linebackers, baseline show blitz. Right? There's a new adjustment that like not a lot of people are putting out. Now, against the spread defense, I'm not going to necessarily blitz all the linebackers, okay? Because you see how there's, he's covered up on him and he's covered up on him. If I blitz all the linebackers, I'm probably going to get torn to shreds, okay? All right, so mainly what you want to do is you do want to blitz somebody, okay? So like I might blitz him and him, okay? And then I'll go man align. Now check that out. So I brought the safety down. Now I show blitz. Now we got a little bit more going on, okay? Show blitz and then man align. Now look at what we're working with, okay? I like to get creative with some of the blitzes that I set up, and sometimes I love sending safeties. A lot of people don't expect it. Safeties are going to come off the edge a lot faster than any 3-4 defense, linebacker would ever do, okay? So whatever I do when I do stuff like that, whatever I do on one side, I definitely need to compensate on the other, correct? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put a vertical hook right there, and vertical hooks man match, okay? So if that slot receiver goes deep, he's gonna kind of stay with it, and because it's a blitz, he's only gonna stay with it long enough to where it takes that read away. Um, and usually by that time, that safety is gonna get into the backfield. All right, the next thing I want to do is I want to put an outside quarter over the top, because I mean, I'll give the out route to the point to where if it becomes the normal, I'll start to try to user it, take it away, whatever it is I got to do, okay? The main thing when you come out in this defense, always try to make sure that this linebacker that I told you about is on the same side that this running back is on, okay? Usually they'll try to start throwing the fucking hard flats and shit. You know, you need someone over there to kind of dictate a little bit. Now, most of the time my user is going to be my inside third guy, and I'll just kind of be just hanging out over here, okay? So just let the play run and look off the edge. You've seen off the edge. Look at there. And I'll just kind of just take that down and just kind of slow it down a little bit for you and show you what I meant by that safety comes off the edge untouched, okay? So just go over that one adjustment that I did when I user blitz to safety and did the man align and show blitz, and it put him on the line. But look at this, he just comes off the edge, you know, really untouched. That linebacker, this guy over here, he had to come over. So if let's say I want to get a little bit more creative with it, okay? Let's say I want to send this linebacker over here, the safety, okay? And then I go man align and then show blitz. Sometimes, hold up. Sometimes you might want to baseline it, sometimes not. So you get a little bit finicky. Okay, I get it, because he's in a spread. Just give me one sec. Spreads I use 4-3 over. I don't really use 4-3 under against spreads, so just bear with me. Yeah, against empty sets, I'll show you my 4-3 over. I mean, yeah. And then I'll use the 4-3 under for right now. Just trying to get you acclimated to this, because there's a lot of different blitzes that you can set up. I'm just gonna give you like man, if you want a new one, man, just hit me up every day, bro. I'm cool like that, okay? Like I'll sit in the lab, like I'll come out. Let's say I just run Cover 3 Cloud Show 2, okay? And then let's say they're in a tighter set. You know, that's pretty much what I'm really wanting. This is gonna work better against pass. Hopefully they don't do run. Okay, so let's say I want to blitz this safety, and I want to blitz that linebacker, and then all I got to do now is man align and show blitz. Let's see, there we go. See how he comes down, and then there's mainly it's just kind of tinkering with it a little bit to get that guy in that gap like that. And there we go. Okay, you just got to tinker with it a little bit. But this one, I like this one a lot because you have room for mistake with that outside third over the top. And then sometimes against bunch, I'll usually user the bunch side. Okay, so it's just let's say I crash the D line out like that. And then just boom, right up the middle to force the running back. And see how you got the linebacker over there to be able to cover that. Just kind of play with it a little bit. Let me see. Really against bunch sets, I'm going to show you where this weak at. All right, bunch sets, if you will. Let's say I blitz him, blitz this linebacker, blitz this safety. Okay. Those should be the 3 guys you need to blitz against bunch sets. And then mana line is all I really need to do, and it brings all the guys that I blitz down to the box. Okay. And then usually if I want to kind of leave a freebie over here, I'll just put this guy in a soft squad against bunch sides. And then I'll put him like in a quarter. And then I'll use anything over here. Okay. And then just boom, boom. And look off the edge. Okay. That's the main thing you want to see, is off the edge is what's happening without containment. Of course, the CPU is going to quick pass it, but I just want you to see. See, look off the edge. Boom. Okay, both edges get free. Against a user, they're not going to be able to anticipate that. A user is probably going to max protect. What's going to happen if they max protect? Someone's going to come through. Okay, doesn't really matter. Someone's going to come through. All right, so let's kind of show you some advanced stuff that I've been working on. Nah, that's just me going over principles of how you incorporating the mana line and the show blitz is going to work. Let me show you the real stuff. The first one that I'm going to go over is for my run defense. I use edge sting. Okay. And then I'll go into the formation. Let's pick like a stretch run or something to do, or inside. Here's one. The halfback inside zone. Do you encounter that one enough, or people try to? Okay. So pretty much what I do with this one is I take my D line and I slide them to this side. Okay, slide them to the opposite side where that linebacker is. And then I'll take them and crash out. I'll take my linebackers. I'll slide them to the right. Okay. You got that? Now after that is I'm going to play my zones over the top. So usually I'll put my safety in a curl flat. And I'll put this linebacker in a curl flat. Okay. If I'm worried about anything deep, I'll put him like in a deep half, and then I'll user the tight end route. Okay, and I'll put him like in a little zone, and I'll just user the tight end route. Okay. If I'm worried about a quick pass, I can always just go to my individual adjustment and user press him. Okay, and then I can probably just shade him outside. Okay. And then pretty much this is going to be my run defense. Now what's going to happen is those curl flats are going to kind of assist me to any outside runs. Okay. So I'll go over it a couple of times. Okay, so he went inside. That's all good. We'll cover the inside here in a sec. Usually when you're going up against a user, they're going to cut it outside 9 times out of 10. So here, I'm just going to make an adjustment. Because it's an inside zone, I'm just going to pinch down. And then we'll just have, yeah, because the curl flat is going to take care of the outside. Okay, so we can just cover that like this. Okay, without run committing, because that's pretty much, see how it bulks it up. You know, he forced him to run back inside. You take away the outside. I could probably, if I won, I could probably just crash to the left. Move the linebackers to the right. Put my 2 curl flats on the field. And I can press just to make sure I got that run fit covered. Yeah, and then see, and that's pretty much going to bottle. That's Josh Jacobs. So it happens. But as long as you're enforcing contact in practice mode, you kind of get the idea of what it is. Okay, so just boom, curl flat, curl flat. That's all I really need. I'm sliding my D line to the left, and I'm crashing. I can either crash to the left, I can crash down, and I'm taking my linebackers and I'm moving them to the right. Okay, so that's going to help me with the cut back to the right side. Then we can just press. and then just really, you see where the lane was going to get froze up. Like, don't mind, you know, usually if you go in practice mode, you do something three or four times, eventually they're just going to get the animation. But let's try to stop the animation this time. Instead of putting him in the curl flat, we're just going to put him in a spy for right now. Alright, so we'll do it like that, and this time put him in a quarter. The main thing is I just want to show you it stopping a run. But let's see. If he keeps going inside, just man him up. Sometimes the CPU, like, I wish I could play like a user and show you, because you know how the CPU is gonna cheat you every time. Yep. But I mean, for the most part, this is gonna be my run defense. And it's usually going to be my inside run / stretch run, you know, and it can stop some quick passes as long as you got the 2 curl flats on the field. But let me show you this blitz I've been working on today. I like the safeties. I user the safety because usually in a 4-3 those safeties are kind of zone / hybrid. And as long as you know your assignment, remember, play your assignment first. If the play you pick, his assignment is man coverage on the tight end, you need to make sure that that tight end is your primary. If you're playing a zone, you need to make sure whatever that zone you're in is your primary. If you play a bunch of short zones, you're the back line of the defense. You need to kind of watch for any deep routes if you're a user in that. Okay. But let me show you this thing I'm working on. Now, this works with any defense, okay? So I'm not just saying it doesn't just work in 4-3. It works in any defense, whether you're playing nickel, 3-4, dime, like any defense, okay? There's going to be these little plays where the safeties come down to the box, okay? See that strong safety snake 3 deep? Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to use those as a base play, and you're going to audible, and what's going to happen when you audible, that safety is going to stay in that spot. Okay, it's going to be very intriguing, because then you can audible to different plays as long as you got the right play that in your audible, and you can experiment with it. Okay, so as long as you got that play in your audible, like let me just give you a couple of cover 3 blitzes, just so that you can kind of see what I'm going with. Alright, so we got the Mike Sam, strong safeties, Mike Wilcross, will go fire. Okay, so those are all our cover 3 blitzes, but I'm going to show you what's going to happen when we come out in this, the strong snake 3D, okay? And we'll just go, I'm just going to go against like a strong eye or any under center play. Let's find a popular play. Here, let's go that one. All right. See how the safety automatically comes to the box as soon as you pick the play. There's not like a delay for him to come down. Like, you ever seen some of those plays where there's like a little fade route on him doing his little blitz animation? Yes, there's a strong snake. He automatically just quickly lines up. They line up a lot faster in the spot as opposed to the ones where there's like a 2-second delay and then they kind of come down. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, and this is a good blitz. I mean, this is actually one of the better inside run defenses, inside pass rush defenses. But for the sake of what I'm about to show you, is keep your eye on that safety. Okay, when I audible. Notice he stays in the same spot. Okay, so this is going to allow you to get a little bit crazy. So we're going to go to another. All right, so let me go back to it. Go back to the play that I started with. All right, see how he comes to the box. All right, so we can't use that one. So you can't audible to like another strong safety blitz. Maybe you can. I don't know. Hold up. Let's kind of go to this one. Look at that. See, anytime they come down with the strong so it's going to be either or, not both of them. Whichever one you choose to come out in is the one that you're going to use. So let me kind of go with that. You see, look at the unique zone that we just created. See how he's down in the box, but he's the inside third, and he's back here, and he's the inside right hook. It's stuff like that that you know that you normally can't get with those adjustments. Okay, you're normally not going to be able to play those type of zones. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of elaborate a little bit on what we can do here. So I'm going to take my linebacker adjustment, and we're going to blitz all linebackers. Okay, and plays like this is good because notice how the linebackers, these two, are already crossing. So when you do blitz all, it's not going to cancel their crossing animation out. Okay, so when you go man align or show blitz, try to get that other guy. See, now look at the box, if you will. Okay, so now we still got this to play with, and then you know this isn't even me crashing my D line. Look at that. Okay, and that's your strong hit power linebacker coming through like that. So usually if you turn your heavy hits on or your strip sacks on, that ball is coming loose if he touches the quarterback. Okay. So, yep. But again, you come out in a play where the safety comes down into the box, then you audible to the other one where the other like this Mike Sam crash. You can audible to that one. Okay. And then I can blitz linebackers and then man align and show blitz. Try to get that other guy. There we go. See, we look at the types of zones we got on the field, and then I could probably, if I want, let's say I crash out, and then I take this guy and bluff blitz. Okay, like that. And look at there again, off the edge. Now, a lot of people don't use these bluff blitz. All right, his assignment was still going to be in that zone, but sometimes when you bluff blitz, it'll confuse, you know, whoever's blocking over there. Like if he gets picked up, or let's say he gets ID'd, you know, someone fears him off the edge because look how he's lined up on the edge. You got two guys over there. Wouldn't you ID him? If he gets ID'd and he drops back in zone, you know, what does that mean? Somebody, you basically took one of your linemen out of assignment. He's going to be froze up, and you're going to have heavy heat at the quarterback. Like even then, you got five guys blocking on that side. You know, you got five guys blocking over there. That's the strong side. That's Trent Brown, and boom. Okay. So I'm going to kind of show you again. Kind of go through the adjustments. You come out in the strong snake 3 deep, audible to any other play that you want. You know, this time we'll go with the we'll go fire 3 press. Okay. Look at how the assignments are coming. Okay, so now we could, let's say, pay close attention to. Okay, you see how he's in the purple zone? We want to keep that purple zone. Okay, but I'm about to show you. You're going to blitz all linebackers. Then you're going to man align. Now this is where it gets funny. You see how that safety went across the field? Let's say he takes number 12 and he's running a crossing route. That purple route is going to basically stay with it. Okay. And then we could take Perfect, and then we can bluff blitz with him, and he can go back to his original assignment. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, crash out, make sure we got the bluff blitz, and then we can just pass commit, and it'll look like that. All right. And then just run it, But see how he stayed with it? I want to slow it down. Just how he stayed with it in coverage. Pay close attention to the strong safety. See how he stayed with it under, he was on both of those routes. So that's your cross zone right there. So if I would have stayed with the other one, you know, I could have probably changed the assignments for the cornerbacks. So let's go over the Mike Sam crash. Looks like that. Then we go blitz all linebackers, man align, crash out, and put him in the bluff blitz so that we still got those two purples on the field. Okay. And then I could probably, since, you know, see how they're in close formations? I really don't go for like, I only put like an outside third on the tight end side, because sometimes like in formations like this, a tight end might go for a post route. That's the only thing that like an outside third will be able to stay close with. Usually this far side. It really it depends. Like throughout the year it changes. Throughout the year it changes. And usually on the wide side of the field, see, it's just one receiver over there. I put him in a deep half because he's not really going to be going, you know, to the sideline. So there's no point in me having an outside third over there. Okay, so I'll put him in the deep half, and then I can just use her this. Okay, and then it should look like that. And then keep your eye on the bluff blitz on the left. Sometimes they bite the tackle. Sometimes the tackle will look at them. Sometimes not. But just keep your eye on it. It's all good, you know. Sometimes he gives it. Sometimes he don't. And it's usually anytime, you know, if you feel like, okay, he's not running anything over there. Let's say, now this is the other one that we can do it from, where the strong safety comes down, okay? Let's say we audible from that and see how the safety, he's out a little bit further as opposed to the other one where he's inside the box. This one, he's outside the box. Okay, so there's your two different variations of it. Put him in a deep half. We'll blitz all linebackers. Man align. Show blitz. Then we can just go. Sometimes you just got to tinker with it. There you go. And then man align again. Like that. And then just kind of come down in the box. And then just stay with the short routes. Okay. Let's see. And that's pretty much going to be what your 4-3 over is going to be about. Yeah, that's all you need. Like there's going to be more stuff that you're going to be able to do out of it. But for starters, that's going to give you the bulk of what you need. The other play that I'm going to give you is how I run the Sam Blitz 2 out of here. Okay. This is going to be more of something in the red zone. Let's see if I can respot the ball. That would be nice. Let's see. Come out, Sam Blitz, and actually you're going to like this too, because this is also going to be a run defense. I just got to find a stretch run. Okay, there's a stretch. Alright, so if the stretch is going to the left, make sure you flip the play. Okay, this is actually going to be pretty basic. You're going to blitz all linebackers. You can either man align or you can base align, it doesn't matter. Base align, crash out. And you want to get that other guy, there we go. You want to get him in the box. Okay, and the next very important thing is you're going to take the safety over here on the free side that the stretch isn't going to. You're going to bring him down. Now, usually what's going to happen is, it's not going to happen, but you know, maybe I need to do it against I form. But you see how it works real good against the stretch. Let me see. Let me try it against I form. 4-3 over, under. And I'm actually going to scheme over plus in with it, because I'm pretty sure over plus has some good plays in it as well. I'm just like, see the Mike Blitz 3. I kind of avoid, like, as far as audibles go, you see how that safety comes down in a fade? Avoid calling plays like that as an audible, because he has to go back to the safety position and then have to come back down to the line, and you can be a victim of quick hikes if you're doing that. So use you know, like cover 3 buzz press, that's good. The Mike Sam 2 buzz is good. We'll go back into, all right, let me go back into under. And then I'm gonna make sure I flip the linebacker flip, because I'm gonna go into the left. And make sure you flip your play, and it will come out in I form. The only thing is when you're trying to do this in fucking practice mode, you don't have that user factor. So give me 1 sec, I gotta turn another stick on. Create, no. Play as guest, do not sign in. Alright, so usually when people user, you know, they're gonna be doing flipping their running backs and shit like that. Okay, so let's come out in here, flip the play, and then come out in. I'm gonna have to come back out in it anyway, so fuck it. Now, against this one, the stretch is going to the right, so let me call a timeout. I don't understand why it won't let you just automatically, as soon as you plug your stick in, it won't let you, you feel me? Let's come back out into it. Okay. Flip the play, because the run's going to go to the receiver side. I'm going to kind of dial it up. See, it's not let me do what the oh, you know what? Big me. Got to do all this extra shit. Alright. Hopefully after this we get it down. And you got to be careful, because the over plus looks exactly like the 4-3 under. See, it's got some of the same stuff. You see the Mike Sam Blitz 2? You got the 4-3 over plus right there. That actually might be the one that I was using, but we're going to try to do it in the 4-3 under. If I can't do it in the under, I'll just reserve it for the 4-3 over plus.
Have you tried that song?
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so we're about to recreate that in another defense, though. Yeah. Alright, so I'll just go random play for right now. So it's going to be blitz all linebackers, man align, crash out. Now this is okay. 4-3 under. This is how I run it. I put him in a vertical hook. Put him in an inside quarter, so that he carries, and then I'll use this over here. Okay, that's pretty much how I run the cover 2 buzz. Yeah, that's the cover 2 buzz. I only did that because the computer didn't want it. All right, there. We good. All right, so this is me trying to do it in the 4-3 under. If it doesn't let me do it in the 4-3 under, I'll just show you from the other one. Okay, so it's going to be blitz all linebackers, so that you can kind of see blitz all linebackers. Then we're going to go man align, and then crash the D line out. So it should look like that. And then you're going to take this guy
The opposite way that this play is going. Hold up, I got it on random play, don't I? Yeah, that ain't I form. Whatever. We're just gonna run it like that and see what happens. Just hike the ball. And look it off the edge. Boom. Alright, let's see if I can get caught. Take this random play shit off. Come out in the I form, because that's what I want to show you. It get annoying because the game be doing that stupid shit. And just let me pick the play, let me come out in it, and let me get into what I'm trying to get into as opposed to doing all this. Alright, so we're coming out in the 4-3 under. We got the play flip because what we're doing is we're running the ball. What most users are going to do is they're going to run it to... Alright, why I can't flip the play? Oh, okay, never mind. Now, since, yeah, it's getting all buggy and shit, like I couldn't try to show the play art. Alright, so I know, there we go. That's what I want. Alright, don't hike the ball. Alright, so what we're going to do is going to blitz all linebackers. Man align. Now, this is why man align is interesting, especially against formations like this. Because see how he has two wide receivers? Now I have a cornerback and a safety. So I got the matchup advantage with man align in this formation. Okay? And then defensively, like I said, we're blitzing all the linebackers. And I'm coming over here. Now, if I'm coming out in man align and if I'm in a cover 2, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to automatically make this guy a vertical hook. Okay? And I'm going to play this guy as a quarter. I always play it like that. Okay? And then just show blitz until that guy gets into the box and then crash out. Okay? So this is going to be our stretch, run, stopping defense. And of course, the game hates me sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Let's try this again. Might have to do it in over plus. Let me go to over plus and do it. Let me see if there's a difference. Because sometimes it does that. Let's flip it from here. Make sure I got the right linebacker. Linebacker flip. Just like that. Come out I form. Stretch. Flip the play. Let's do it like this. Blitz all linebackers. Man align. Show blitz. There you go. Get him in the box, and then once he gets in the box, you crash out. And just pretty much just sit him over here like this. Yeah, that's over plus. Over plus gets the block shit. You know, I want to show you exactly what's happening here. Usually it's gap assignment. Now what's happening is this defensive tackle, he's usually going to get free. Now if he gets picked up, the defensive end is going to get free. See how if he would have came straight down, he would have been able to come right after the quarterback. I know, but look, usually he'll come right down. See that gap opening between the center and the guard? Usually he'll sit right there and come through and get the quarterback. So I'm going to try to do it again. See if we can kind of get that without... Usually I get that animation from the man coverage. So let me... I'm going to try it one more time from the cover 2. If I don't get it from the cover 2, then I'll go into man coverage and get it. Alright. Hey, what's up, man? But there you go. You see how he came through unblocked? Alright, so I'm going to show you again. So the 4-3 over plus, this will be your audible check. Like, let's say if you're in your 4-3 under and you sense a run, you're just going to audible check to that. You see how he came in unblocked? Now, what you can do, is, I'm going to show you something that I don't show too many people. When I go into my depth chart, the way I have my depth chart set is my number 3 and number 4 are defensive ends. Okay? Alright? It's really important you should see that. You see their agility and acceleration? Alright? Now watch this. Watch this. This is where it gets, you know, basically I can come out in a 4-3 defense with that adjustment right there just by depth chart. I can have nickel packages in my 4-3 defense. Alright, so you're like, what the fuck? I'm going to kind of show you what I mean. When I go to linebacker, my defensive line sub, look at my defensive line. I have 4 defensive ends. Okay? Alright, so now we can come out in here and I'm going to have a little bit more speed with the saw blast coming through the line as opposed to it just being a, you know, defensive tackles can still get through, but you know, when he's coming through unblocked, you want your best guy coming through unblocked. You feel me? All right, so we're gonna flip the play to the side it's running to. Now, whatever side it's being run to, that linebacker on the edge needs to be on that side. Okay. So we're gonna blitz all linebackers. Yeah. And just keep show blitzing until that guy gets there. And then just crash the D-line out. Okay? And usually what I'll do is I'll use this guy. Holy shit. Look at that. Alright, that's just with man align. Alright, so that's my play art. Okay? And then offensively, stretch run to I know the play is to the left, so I don't know why it's showing to the right. I don't know why it's doing that to the right. It's stupid. Cause I kept trying to move it to the left. Like, what the fuck? I hope my stick isn't broken. Alright, so there we go. It goes to the left. Alright, blitz all linebackers. Man align. Show blitz. Crash D-line out. That's all you got to do. You do not base align. Because you base align, you're going to lose the numbers. You know, when people run stretch runs, they're looking for numbers. When you base align, you give them numbers. Okay? Be very, very keen to that, especially against formations like this. Slot formations or any trips or anything like that, always man align. Okay? Always remember that because you don't want to lose the numbers in the run game. Okay? If he does decide to kick it out to the other side, your safety is going to be responsible for, you know, him going to the other side. But as far as numbers go, he doesn't exactly have them. Okay? So we're just going to go hike it. And look at there, off the edge. Boom. Okay, that's going to be your stretch run defense. Show you again. Blitz all linebackers. Man align. Show blitz. Crash D-line out. That's all you're going to do. And then offensively, just flip the play. And then boom. Gets him off the edge every time. If he tries to cut back inside, the defensive tackle is going to get it. So one more time. Blitz all linebackers. Man align. Show blitz. And then sometimes you got to tinker with it until he comes to the box. Okay? And then boom, we go to the right side. That's why your safety is going to be over there to protect against that side. So if he runs it to the strong side, blitz all linebackers, man align, show blitz. I wish I could connect my controller to their fucking helmets and shit and control how they play. Oh, okay. There it goes. There it goes. You see that? That's with the defensive end. Did you see it? Alright, so when you come out in that 4 defensive end package and you want to do this to stop somebody's stretch, see how much faster he is as opposed to the defensive tackle? So blitz linebackers and then man align. Okay? And then see the benefit of coming out in man align against this, they can't quick hike you. Okay? If you base align, what this guy is going to do is he's going to run all the way to the other side of the field, and then you're going to give them the numbers. Okay? Because you're going to leave these 2 guys, the cornerback and the safety, to be blocked by those receivers, and you're going to leave the edge guy to be blocked by the fullback. Okay? So as long as you leave these 3 guys, he's going to have a blocking problem. Okay? Because those 2 receivers will be responsible for these corners. You're going to have a free safety over the top free, and this other safety is going to be free on the backside. Okay? So it should look like that. Crash out. And just bring the safety over here as run support. And then I forgot to fucking flip the play, but look at that. Bam. Run support. Always be, that's why it's important to have a user. So in case you do make a mistake, you always got to cover your back. Okay, there we go. We got the play flip. Blitz the linebackers first. Man align so that you don't give it away. And then show blitz. Sometimes you might have to come back to the man align and then crash out. That'll be the last adjustment you do. And look off the edge. Boom. He's not getting outside on that. Okay. Show you one more time, and then I'm gonna go into the 4-3 over. Okay. First thing we're gonna do: blitz all linebackers. Man align. Show blitz. Kind of just tinker with man align, show blitz until those dudes come into the gaps, and then once they do, then you crash out. Make sure the play's going the right way that people like to run to, and then look at there, bam. Okay. All right. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, you pretty much got everything that I asked of you on the 4-3 under about the linebacker being able to be versatile and be responsible for short zones. Speed isn't necessarily going to be, his strong suit all the time, but hit power, power rush abilities, power moves is going to be very important, because usually he's going to probably be taking on fullbacks or whatnot, or tight ends. Okay. So he needs to have power moves so he can block shit off pretty good. Okay, so that goes over pretty much the 4-3 under. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over the 4-3 over. Now 4-3 over, I do a lot of turbo blitzes, and I do a lot of safety blitzes. Okay, and now I can actually give you the formations, what these are good against. If you see them on the play call screen, on the play call selection screen, you automatically come out in this defense. Okay. So with the 4-3 over, it's going to be a little bit different. This is where people need to start utilizing their manual subs. Okay. I have a defense for tight. I have a defense for doubles. I have a defense for spread, empty, and I have a defense for gun bunch. Okay. So let's say, for instance, we come out in. Say what? Yeah, I hear you. You there? You there? Yeah, I hear you. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna try. I think there's 2 tights that we can kind of go over here. We got tight doubles and tight slides. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go. Let's just start with a flood, and then I'm gonna show you how to deal with any tight formation. The play that I go with is Mike Will Blitz. Okay. Now the adjustment that I'm going to do is actually real simple. We're going to take the D line. We're not even going to move them. We're just going to take the D line and we're going to slant to the left. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do anytime, like I don't like man coverage on this game. Okay, especially in a man blitz. I do not like it. I will take both safeties and put them in inside quarters. Okay, so it should look like that. The next thing I do is any tight formation, usually they try to get the ball out fast, all right? Because they're, it's pretty much any tight formation. They're going to try to get the ball out fast, whether it's a double move or a zig route or a little hitch route. So what I'm going to do on the outsides is I'm going to utilize soft squats, okay? So I'll put both of my corners in soft squats, and then I'll take this guy and just use her a little hook, okay? And then just pass commit, and then what's going to happen is the quarterback's not really going to have time to throw, okay? That speed rushing linebacker, this guy over here, he's almost going to be unblocked, okay? So this is without me, trying to identify him, is usually going to be pretty fast. So I'll come in, and I don't really have time to throw it, okay? So it's fairly simple. Anytime you see someone coming out in tight formations, you can minimize the deep and medium throw arcs or any plays that need to develop, like halfback angle routes or anything like that. He's not really going to have time. As soon as he sets his feet, notice, he's going to need to make his throw right here before receivers are ready. Okay? But he's not really going to have that time, and he's going to come into the backfield, okay? So that's any time you're going up against tight. We'll show you the other. I'll show you that. That was tight doubles, right? Now I got to show you against tight slots. Against tight slots. Same thing. We'll just go with a little flood route. And this time I'll do it with blocking the running back, just so that you can kind of see. Now, sometimes I like to play the mind game. Usually when I see people got the running back over there, let's say they max protect. We come over here. Let's say we max protect. It should look like that. Usually if they got the running back over there, I'm going to play the flip play mind game with them, okay? So I'm just going to flip the play. And then we're just going to crash to the other side, and I'm going to play coverage with this guy. So it's going to look like that. And then same thing with the safeties. Anytime I'm in tight slots, tight doubles, anything like that, if anything tight, put your safeties in inside quarters, and then take your outside DBs and put them in soft squats, okay? It'll always look like that. And even with max protect, he's not really going to have many routes open deep. You see how I got 4 or 5 zones back there deep against 3 routes. He's not really going to have anything to throw it to. So that's going to be against your tight formations, even with max protect. Now I'm going to show you doubles, bunch, and empty. Okay. So usually when people come out in empty, like empty trio or anything like that, or anything where they're trying to get rid of the ball fast. I'm about to do 4-3 over locks it down. And I'm about to show you. I'm going to take some of those adjustments that I did in the 4-3 under, and usually I'll come out in fire zone 2 against empty. I'll come out in the fire zone 2. Uh-oh. So it starts off, it looks like that, right? So what I'm usually trying to do is I want to make sure, I need to make sure they're aligned correctly first, because what I'm going to do is whatever side the tight end isn't on, let's say we come out, it's very important that you pay attention where the 3 receivers are lined up at. So see how we got the 3 on the right, we want them on the left, because I'm going to show you both. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to put the tight end over there on the left, and then we'll show you from the right, okay? So with him coming from the left, it's basically hat counting here. Just like you would if you're doing the run game, you want to make sure you have matches, all right? So you got 2 receivers on the right, correct? I don't need a third zone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blitz to safety. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to user this safety. And then all I got to do after I blitz to safety is just like a man align, show blitz. Okay, that's really all I'm going to need to do. I don't necessarily need to make like any other adjustments, and I could just pass commit. And then what's going to happen usually, like I would be able to use, it's tough for me to do this on 2 sticks. Like I'm trying to pass as I would as a passer, but try to use it at the same time on the other stick. But for the most part, I'm going to show you what's happening here. It's not going to be blocked. Okay, that tackle, he's not going to pick those safeties up. See how that safety? Okay. All right. Kind of go through it again. Like I would probably, you know what? Let me I can actually do this formation against the computer. All right. I'm going to show you every possible way to blitz, okay? Start out in the fire zone 2. We'll come out in the gun empty trio. We'll just flip the play. And then we'll start. Like I'm going to show you all the blitzes from the strong safety blitzing. Then I'm going to show you the blitzes from the free safety blitzing, okay? You always want to make sure that whatever side the tight end is on, you have the linebacker blitzing, okay? Because that's going to give you freedom to get on your safety, blitz him, and then just man align. Sometimes you just man align and then show blitz. Sometimes you don't even need to show blitz. Okay, that brings them down. If I show blitz and then man align, he comes out right there. Okay, so it's pretty much going to be it. And then just pass commit, and then all you got to do is cover everything in the middle of the field. And I'm going to show you some other adjustments that I add to this, okay? Because it's really just going to come down to speed. And look at there. That's going to get them out of empty sets real quick, okay? So it's pretty much going to be boom, man align, show blitz. Man align, there we go, get them down in the box. Just like that. And I do not press with man match zones. Do not press. Because usually they'll get beat on the first step because there's like a little delay because they have to read the route. If you press a man match zone, like a soft squat or anything like that, they're not going to be able to read the route that they're trying to do. And it's going to, they're going to get beat over the top. So do not press man match zones. That is very important. And then see how that safety comes off the edge. Don't mind that I got beat by the play, but the linebacker was there. Even with a vertical hook, the linebacker was still there. So if it gets back there a little bit faster and they try to quick throw it, and there, get to the fucking box, you dummy. There we go. Oh, you just got to let him set his feet first. Okay. And then just pass commit and look off the edge. Boom. You see where the safety's at? Don't mind the Renfro beating me. It's just the main part. You need to see what's going on. As long as that linebacker's staying with that route, you're doing okay. Now I'm going to show you how to enhance it a little bit. Okay. If you constantly getting beat by that route, what you can do is, you see how I'm on this cornerback over here? Hold up, let me get this over here. We take this cornerback, put him in a deep half. Now what deep halves usually do is they defend anything on the numbers. See how the 40, 30, 20, 10, those numbers right there? The deep half's going to defend any routes within that range. Okay, so that streak route keeps killing me, I'm going to need that deep half. Because that's a deep blue zone, I want to make sure I have position on him. Worley isn't the fastest guy. And, I be picking off Tyreek Hill and shit with him. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our individual adjustments and then back off. Okay? Like that. That way you make sure you're not going to get beat and he can defend both routes. So this is going to give me a little bit more flexibility as far as what I can do with my free safety. Okay? So we can go man align, show blitz, man align. There we go. See, now we got a little bit more flexibility on that side of the field. Okay? And it's pretty much just X's and O's taken away. See, now he wants to go with the little zig routes. You see how that's how the computer does you. But so we could take that away too. Okay? I'm going to show you how to slowly take away what I'm going to show you how to slowly take away what people are trying to do. Okay? Just pay attention. Alright, so first of all, we got to flip the play. You're going to blitz the safety on the backside. You're going to put him in a deep half. And then what we're going to do, instead of blitzing him, we're going to bluff blitz. Or better yet, give me a hard flat. Better yet, there we go. There we go. So we can kind of do it a little bit like that, and then with that, because we're doing the then we can put a curl flat over there and then cover the deep middle like that. Okay. And look at it. Look at, you see it. You see how that bluff blitz stayed with him. You'll probably see it here in a sec. Alright, so let's kind of show you again. Just always, anytime they're in an empty set, blitz a safety and make sure you set up your coverages. Now I'm going to give you one of my more popular setups to beat you know, that's going to save you against like Tyreek Hills and T.Y. Hilton, like those fast receivers that they try to get on the outside, because they'll see you like in a cover two and they think they can beat you, right? So what I'll usually do, I'm about to show you here in a sec. I didn't think the CPU would hype me while I was making an adjustment, but they be cheating like that. Alright, so like let's say, let me respot this ball. Let's say I come back out in it, and then he wants to go verticals out of that formation. Like go 4 verticals. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both cornerbacks and I'm going to put them in outside quarters. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do now, if they're like super fast, I'm going to do my next adjustment, individual, press that receiver that I'm threatened by and back him up. I'll probably do that on both sides like that. Okay. Then I can bring my safety down. Man align. See, now we can do an overload blitz. Okay, where we got the linebacker, defensive end, and safety on one side. Now I normally don't run it like this way. You know, that's actually me finding something new. But it, you know, it's good that that actually happened, that I'm doing it this way. And then he just comes off that edge. Now, if I'm overloading like that, let me kind of show you. Let's say we got the 2 outside quarters. I'm blitzing the safety, and I take this guy and put him in a bluff blitz. Okay, and then just man align, then show blitz. Wait till he sets his feet so he come down and there we go. And then just make sure you back those 2 deep zones up like that. Your blitz will look like that. Okay. And you see how much everything was covered even with the bluff blitz. Now if you want to use packages like linebacker pass rush, you know, to where you got a better bluff blitz zone on the field, you can always do that. Now I'm going to kind of show you against other formations. Alright, so now I'm going to show you another way to run this defense, okay? It is very, 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 very versatile. Okay, so the next one, try to find a good one to run it against. We'll do against spread Y flex. We'll just do like a seam comeback, so it don't matter. Alright, so the other way to run this is A-gap blitzing, okay? Is basically you're going to free up a hole to blitz through, okay? Now my main thing is sometimes the running back blocks, sometimes he doesn't. So like if they're using the running back like on passing routes, definitely use it. If not, you know, if they're blocking it, you're probably going to force, you know, him to get picked up by whoever you're sending. But let's kind of go through it. Sometimes you can do this with, you know, sending the other safety. Like let's say you want to just put two deep halves, like an invert, like that, okay? So that you're not really getting beat too deep, because what I'm about to do is about to be very, 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 very nasty, okay? All right, so we'll do blitz that safety, bring this safety right here, take your D line, move them to the left, crash out, and do that right there, okay? Now what we're about to do is I'm going to shoot right through this gap right here. This is going to be my gap. I don't really mind. I'm going to shoot through this gap. If that running back picks me up, that safety or that linebacker is going to be free to come after him, okay? So we're going to run it like this. Just wait for him to hike it. So you know how the computer does. I'm going to slow it down for you though. Computer will cheat the fuck out of you in practice mode. Yes, this is a double safety blitz. Okay, see how I forced that guy to stay in, and look at that. Look at the other safety right around the box. Okay, it's gonna overwhelm a lot of people because they're not gonna know what the fuck's going on. All right, so let's try it again. Take the D line, move them to the left, crash out. Okay. Or I mean to the right, my bad. Hey, appreciate it. To the right. And what you're going to do is, because you're sending both safeties, you need to compensate for their deep zone. So I'm going to take both corners, put them, and you got to get good with your quick adjust so you can back them up, okay? And then just blitz him. Try not to move them. If you move them, then you're going to have to user them back onto the line, okay? And then just sit them right here, and then just pass commit if you have to, and just wait a sec before you come, and then boom, look at their strip sack, boom. Can we take it to the, yeah, get on the ground. Alright, let's show you one more time. You got to be fast, okay? So this isn't going to be something you use against quick hikers. First thing is you need to take care of those corners. Second thing, you need to make sure you blitz that safety. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then man align to bring that safety down. So that's 5 adjustments. You should be able to make that, and then take your D line, crash out like that. After you can actually, hold up, I'm about to show you the next play. I'm going to go ahead and run this as is, just to kind of get you familiar with what's going on. Don't mind that just happened. A human opponent's not going to make that read. Okay, alright, so usually if you man align and you put those dudes in deep halves, usually they'll both back up. Let me just double check. So let's say we put both corners in deep halves and blitz the safeties. That's our user adjusted defense. So if I go man align, they automatically swap all together. So that's going to save you a bunch of adjusting. Okay, You see how that just happened like that? So we can take the D-line, move him to the left. Yeah. And then just come. But there we go. Boom. Show you one more time. Put both corners in D pass and blitz to safety, man align. Take the D line, move them left, crash out. That's all you got to do. That's actually pretty fast. And then just pass commit. I would think that he would actually try to run a running back route, but he's not running a running back route. He's blocking a running back every fucking play. I'm sorry. Let me pick a new play. Because it's even more devastating when they try to throw to their running backs. So just give me 1 sec. I'm try to find a play where he comes out, spread, where he goes on a route. All right, let's go with the angle route. That'll work. All right, so same thing. Put both corners in D pass because we're going to run an invert, blitz to safety, and then man align. Boom. All right, if he doesn't come, you can blitz and then man align again once he sets his feet, and then he'll come down to the box. Then if you do it like that, you're probably going to have to reback your safeties up, but we're not going to do that right now. And then boom. See, if they don't block the running back, you're going to get through. Its main purpose is you need to, and then you'll be responsible for that route too. So like if you feel like if he's going to do that route, you can always just bluff blitz by yourself. Pretend like you're coming in and force him to quick pass, and then you can just back up and usually you'll get a pick. So same thing one more time. Put both corners in D pass like that. Now we're gonna try something. Try something new here. I don't know why it did that to me. I was on my guy and it just hiked it for no reason. That's why I hate practice mode sometimes. They do that shit to you. So this time we're gonna blitz the other safety. Okay, we're gonna blitz the strong safety. Man align. Take the D line, move them this way, and crash out. We're gonna do it like that. Okay. Or better yet, just keep them over there. And then spread linebackers. There we go. That'll get your linebacker through. So it's definitely going to get you a lot of edge pressure, especially if they're blocking the gap. Now, they're not always going to block the gap. Now, the beauty about this, you're going to be able to create different kinds of gaps. I'm also going to show you a baseline version, okay? The baseline version, you're going to do it with your linebacker, okay? You're going to take your D line, and you can usually do this from the cover 3 a lot easier. We're going to still slide them to the right, and we're going to slant them to the right, okay? I'm going to show you the first version, and then I'm going to show you, the invert version, okay? So the concept in here, instead of me attacking the gap between the guard and the center with the safety, like I was doing on the last one between this guard and the center, usually that gap, this gap is going to focus on the gap between the tackle and the guard, okay? So we'll spread the linebackers, and then we're going to contain, okay? So it's going to look like that. Now what's going to happen is because that linebacker is lined out so wide, that tackle is going to kind of ID on him, okay? And because it's a contain, he's not rushing, he's going to keep pulling that tackle out, and it's going to be a free rush for your linebacker, whoever you're going to send through that gap. With you slanting the line, you're basically going to pull the guard, the center, and the other ways to the other side of the field. So just watch very closely as I explain. See how that gap opened up? I'll give you a sec for you to catch up. Okay, so that's the baseline version, okay? So when you come out in baseline, that's how your blitz is going to be. All your turbo blitzes usually are going to be baseline. Okay, for the most part if you're setting them up like this. So we're going to take the D-line, move them to the right, and crash to the right. Always do it to the running back side. Force the running back to block on that side of the field. And then take this guy and make sure you contain and you spread your linebackers, okay? Spreading the linebacker is going to force that tackle to play out a little bit further than he wants, and it's going to give your user a free gap to shoot through, just like that. Okay? Yeah, that's the only way that that tackle is gonna kind of kick out like he is. I'm gonna kind of show you what's happening. When I play when I just rush him, he's gonna stay in the pocket. If I play the contain, he's not rushing for real. You know, he's just staying on the outside, and see how he's pushing that tackle out. I basically freed that entire gap up by myself. Just that one adjustment. Okay, freeze that entire hole up. That's pretty much what you want. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of get a little bit creative with this a little bit, okay? Still going to take the D-line, move them, still going to spread your linebackers. But let's say I want to send in, like, let's say I put a middle third in, and then I want to come down with the safety. Okay, I'll probably put like a soft squat or something over there. That was the linebacker. User blitz the linebacker. That is a turbo blitz. Okay, that's you basically finding the gap and then shooting it. Same thing with the safety. Find the gap, shoot it. If you have someone with that strip sack ability, definitely use them for it, and then just go for the R1 and it'll strip it. If you don't want to do the baseline, you can still do this blitz. Just move them to the right, crash them to the right, spread the linebacker so that linebacker gets off the edge and contain. Alright, because we're going to be blitzing this safety, let's say we go put him in a D path and then just back him up on his side of the field. Okay, so now we can use this safety as a linebacker. Okay, and then just sit him right here, just wait for him to hike it, just like that. You see, but I guess my stick is kind of fucked up, but as long as you see, that's the most important thing. Alright, so you don't necessarily need to baseline every time, you know, like especially if they're in spreads like that, you want those little verticals to stay with them. You want to make sure you're matched up with what you're going up against for the most part. So since we're sending the safety, we're going to do that. Make sure you spread the linebacker, and then you're going to just shoot this gap just like that. Okay, so you can do it with anybody. Okay, let's say I want to get a little let's say I want to get extra creative. Okay, trying to figure out, let's say I want to blitz this corner over here. Okay, if I'm blitzing the corner, I need to compensate, so we could put a curl flat over there, and then we could put like a mid read right there. Do it like that. Let me take the D-line, move them left, crash right, and then do it like that with the mid read. Okay, so let's say we do it like that. It's going to be a little delayed. I would be responsible for the deep route if I did that. Usually I do those cornerback blitzes when I'm playing someone that just likes to constantly keep rolling out. That's usually the only time I'll start, you know, scheming to get my cornerbacks involved. You know, if I'm playing someone that's using Russell Wilson or Patrick Mahomes and all they want to do is use the what's that shit called? The fucking escape artist shit. But that's how you stop it. Like,
Yeah, if that's all they want to do, turn your aggressive tackle on, aggressive strip on your coaching menu, and then just blitz both corners. That's all you really got to do.
Fucking end up clean sheet, and I be like, dude, you the one pick them. Everybody knows you gonna do it.
Yup, and that's pretty much all you got to do, man. Just kind of get creative and start sending people with high agility after them. I'm gonna show you that's the cover two. You can do the same thing from the cover three, will blitz three. Um,
I pretty much, I get it, but just now, like, I don't even care too much about offense no more. I think this got to be better.
okay, well, hopefully that helps you out a little bit more. And like I said, because you paid, your priority. So if you ever have any questions throughout the year, bro, just hit me up and I'll boot the stream up and I'll definitely walk you through anything that you might have issues with. But
Okay. For sure, man. I'll see you.
and no problem, bro. Like I said, just if you have a question, just hit me up and I'll
I'm gonna say your number.
all right, best. Appreciate you.